Hey guys, David here. Now, before the video starts, I just want to say that this video is kind of going to be like a documentary style video. Like, I'll show some of the dinosaur, and then I'm gonna I'll show some of the dinosaur, and then I'll video it. Then explain a bit about it. So it's going to be kind of like a documentary. Like, there's credits at the end and everything. So if you don't really like that, then I guess you can click away if you want. It's kind of straying from my vlog style that DDTTF has been so far. But yeah. Enjoy the video, and also if there are any questions about dinosaurs or prehistory itself that you have for me, because I know so much about dinosaurs and prehistory, not trying to brag, you can leave it down in the comment section down below. And yeah, enjoy the video. Imagine if you were to travel 65 million years back into the time of the dinosaurs, when the mighty Tyrannosaurus Rex roamed the planet. What would you do? What would happen? And most importantly, what would happen if humans interacted with these huge beasts? Wow. Here we go, boys and girls. Welcome to Parc de Préhistoire. First dinosaur coming up on the left. Would you look at that? It's a Dimetrodon. Wow. So, this is a Dimetrodon, and believe it or not, Dimetrodons are actually more human. Well, not human, but mammal. More mammal than dinosaurs. And the sail at the back, they use that to cool off during hot weather. And yeah, that's a bit about the Dimetrodon. There's something through the trees. What is it? Through the trees. It's a Brachiosaurus. Oh my god, he's huge. That's big. Brachiosaurus, believe it or not, by the time this park was built, it was around the 1940s. So at the time, Brachiosaurus was still believed to be the biggest dinosaur alive. Of course, to this date, there have been more dinosaurs discovered, like Argentinosaurus and Titanosaurus, which Titanosaurus I saw in New York City, which is the largest dinosaur to ever live. Now, the Brachiosaurus has a very long neck, which for many years scientists believe went up. But now they think it went straight, because the heart of the Brachiosaurus wouldn't be able to pump blood all the way up that long neck. So now scientists are thinking that the neck doesn't go up, but however, out straight. The Archaeopteryx. Now the Archaeopteryx, as you can see, were very small raptor-like birds, except they didn't have that sickle toe on their foot. Now, as you can see, coming out of their wings, they had 3 small fingers, and they used these to latch on to trees when they would not necessarily fly, because they didn't really fly. Scientists discovered that they didn't fly. They actually jumped off a tree and they glided to the next one. They didn't actually properly jump off the tree. Through the trees, what do you see? It's a Brachiosaurus. Stegosaurus. a big dinosaur. Now this is a dinosaur called the Stegosaurus, which lived around the Jurassic period. Now, as you can see, there's lots of grass at his feet, but believe it or not, there was no grass during the dinosaur period. Not even during the Jurassic. The closest thing to grass we got was leaves on the ground like these, or little shrubs growing like over there. But one thing about the Stegosaurus is that, see those plates on his back? When a predator came along like an Allosaurus, it would push blood up to the plates, so they become red in very vibrant colors of red. So it would intimidate the predator. And he would swing his tail to intimidate him as well, and he would go in like a standing position as well. And that's just a bit about the Stegosaurus. Dinosaur eggs. And there's one hatching out right now. Many were the size of footballs. So imagine a football, but with a dinosaur inside, and it didn't have those black patches all over it. It was just an egg, but in the size of a football. Dinosaur eggs weren't like today's eggs, like chicken eggs, where they're kind of like, you know, that eggy shape. They were more spherical, and as you can see, there's one hatching out now. They were kept together in a bundle for warmth, and there was a barrier put around them to protect them from predators, mainly made out of natural materials, so they couldn't really see them. And that's just a bit that you need to know about dinosaur eggs. As the period of the dinosaurs went on, more dinosaurs went extinct, but more dinosaurs came into the world. Now we move on to the period that we call the Cretaceous, which is one of the most iconic periods in the world, holding dinosaurs such as the Iguanodon and the mighty Tyrannosaurus Rex. Pachycephalosaurus, a common bumphead in the Cretaceous period. Pachycephalosaurus, like I just said, was a very common bumphead dinosaur during the Cretaceous period. As you see, there are very vibrant colours. Now, this was used to get the female Pachycephalosaurus, and there was a lot of competition if you were in like the little herd. And as you can see, the bumpheads, they're very big on especially males, because if there was competition to get the female, they would bang heads, obviously from the name bumpheads. And that's really it. There's something crawling in the shrubs. A Struthiosaurus and an Iguanodon. The Struthiosaurus, as you can see, has a very hard back. Now, Utah raptors and velociraptors lived around the same time as the Struthiosaurus, so if it was ever getting attacked, the raptors would jump onto its back, but they wouldn't be able to penetrate its back because of course of the big shell. But some raptors were smart. They would turn him over. They would try to turn him over, and then they could penetrate his belly. And now the Iguanodon had very strong hind legs, and the thumb spikes, it could, instead of being on all fours, stand up on its hind legs and use those thumb spikes to stab the enemy. They could also use them to, perhaps, take down a tall branch of a tree. First, I'm not tall enough to reach that, so oh well. The Triceratops was a very big dinosaur. Now, as you can see, if you can zoom in there onto the spikes on its head, the horns, it looks kind of like a rhinoceros with a frill, and yes, it does, but that wasn't the use. The use of those was to either take down the enemy or to clash with another dinosaur to get the female in the herd. Sometimes, if the clash was too hard, one horn would break off. So you'd have a one-horned Triceratops. Now, the Tyrannosaurus Rex, on the other hand, was a much more ferocious predator. And the tiny arms were useless. I mean, sure, if he got real close to the prey, he might be able to give him a bit of a scratch, but all the power was mainly in those big jaws, if you can zoom up on that. Those big teeth would chomp down. Now, the T-Rex was used to believed to be the largest bipedal predator in the world, when really it's not. See, this park was built in the 40s, early 50s, and on the sign it says largest bipedal predator in the world to date. Now, a good few years ago, a carnivore was discovered called the Carcharodontosaurus, and that was bigger than the T-Rex. And then there was the Giganotosaurus, it was also bigger than the T-Rex. So it turns out, it's not the biggest. The Utahraptor, the largest raptor in the family. The Utahraptor, which was the largest raptor in the raptor family, was extremely fast. It was part of the Dromaeosaurid family. And as you can see, it looks a lot like something very familiar if you're a Steven Spielberg fan. This model is a replica of a velociraptor from Jurassic Park. Now, that's not a velociraptor, that's a Utahraptor. Velociraptors in Jurassic Park were that size, but really velociraptors in the real world are the size of a farm turkey. Now, if the velociraptors in Jurassic Park were called Utahraptors, that would be correct. But I'm not too sure why he decided to make them that big. Now, the sickle toe on the foot was used to stab straight into the enemy when the raptor jumped up on top, and it stabbed straight in. And that was a terrible blow. After the dinosaurs' 150 million year reign, a meteor struck the Earth, causing the mass KT extinction. Now everyone knows that dinosaurs died out, people start evolving, but no. Something happened in between. Mammals began to populate the Earth. Hyracotherium were early evolutions of horses, but if you look at their feet, there aren't any hooves. These were the first evolution of horses, but they hadn't evolved hooves yet. Moeriotherium, or as I like to call them, the vampire hippo, was an early evolution of, I'll let you guess. Put down in the comments right now. Did you guess hippo? Nope. You guessed rhino? Not even close. It's surprisingly elephant. Dinotherium, a later evolution of elephant, but with smaller ears and tusks coming out the lower jaw. Oh, hey. After a long time of the mammals' reign, the mammals began to slowly die out. About 6 million years ago, the first humans began to evolve, with Australopithecus being the first ones. A few decades ago, the first ever one was found, and they named her Lucy, where the song Lucy and the Sky with Diamonds by the Beatles came from. Now, we have a look at some of our ancestors. For the next 6 million years, humans kept evolving. From the first Australopithecus to me, voiceovering this right now. Humans have evolved from carving stones to simply lighting a fire. Now we're creating oil rigs and creating new technologies of cars and cures to many sicknesses. Old humans are very different to humans now. The prehistoric mammals like Marcachenia and Chalicotherium slowly died out, where their ancestors, elephants, llamas, horses, gorillas, rhinoceros, came from. The dinosaurs also died out 65 million years ago, but we still have something left of them: the birds. Thank you for watching. Every year I take a pine cone and I name it Fishy. Oh, that's a thing. Cricket, grasshopper. I take this fish-shaped pine cone and I put one in here. Goodbye, Fishy.